Welcome back, you guys. What's up? Another one coming out. Meet the Gamer. This is DaniyelSon. Hi, I'm DaniyelSon. Nice to meet you. Please enjoy our other videos. Check them out. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff right there. Today, we're reacting to new games that look insane. Okay. Okay. Let's get right into it. Let's go.
Hello folks, today is Friday, April 25th, 2025. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. Did you sit around trying to pre-order a Nintendo Switch, you bad boy or girl? Hopefully it went well for you. What a mess that was. But anyway, we got a lot of gaming news to talk about this week. It's
Do any of you have a Nintendo Switch 2? Did you guys get it? Let us know in the comments and what games you play too.
really a lot of just announcements and new games and new looks at games and stuff like that. So we should just roll right into it with this first game. You got to check out this new first person shooter. It looks incredible. This isn't like an ad or anything, but we've mentioned this game before when it was first announced, but now that we're getting a full look at it, this is pretty cool. This is called Hunger. This is from the people behind Hell Let Loose, which is significant because that's a really cool game. It's flown under the radar for mainstream audiences, but I think the people that played it, it really took hold. And what this is.
Have you ever played this game? Or have you seen this game? Hunger. Has anybody played this? Is it for PS5 or what is it for? Anybody know?
Is a PvPvE first person horror extraction shooter. Now, yeah, we've heard of those before, but something about this style here really seems to be hitting, like this like fall of the Napoleonic era with some like dark horror fantasy elements. Seems like it's
Yeah.
potentially good.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot. They've been like going back into like the 1600s, 1500s and then adding like a horror twist and it's been making these games crazy, bro. Like Elden Ring. Like, why is it so creepy? Why has it got the nastiest monsters you've ever seen? But at the same time, it's got some good gameplay. So they've been doing that a lot, going back into the 1300s, 1400s, 1600s, and just making it really, really, really creepy.
The fact that the Hell Let Loose people are on this, I think this has a lot of potential. It's also very different from Hell Let Loose. So I just like seeing a studio kind of spread their wings and try different creative things. What we know right now is that this is coming to early access at some point in 2025. Don't know for sure, but the trailer is really cool. And everything I talk about this week, all the news, all that stuff is all linked down in the description below if you want to check it out. But like I said, the gameplay, the reveals and stuff, it just keeps coming. So Subnautica 2 got essentially a development diary breaking down some stuff, you know, how the game is going. But in that, there is a little bit of first gameplay for Subnautica 2, if you were curious. It certainly looks like Subnautica, but the good news here is that it is
Subnautica 2? Now, how many of you guys like this research type of games? There's been a lot of research type of games and like a lot of simulation type of games. I think this is for the this looks like for the PC though. I'm not sure what it's for, but we're gonna find out.
apparently coming to early access later in 2025. And it's rapid fire. I swear to God, getting caught up. Ghost of Yote got a new trailer highlighting a little bit more about what the game is about. This character is setting out for revenge, where it seems like her family is killed at a young age, and now she's going around with a list of 6 dudes with cool masks that she has to murder. Something we've seen and kind of done in other games, but I'm
This game looks like a great story game. It also looks like a great one-player game, of course, but this game looks like a good adventure. These are the type of games for me. Games like this is a game I would play off, uh, not recorded. I wouldn't record this game and play it. I kind of just play this game here and there and just beat it slowly. But because I got a lot of games, we got a lot of games to get to play on the channel. So I want to make sure there's enough space. But there's some games I don't play on camera.
hoping with like Sucker Punch's storytelling, they really nail it here. We also got to look at like new weapons, a much bigger world, and there might be kind of like a time travel mechanic or like a perspective shift mechanic where you can go back into like flashback mode instantly.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
potentially really cool because I thought Ghost of
Ooh.
Tsushima some of the best sequences in that game were just like the really beautiful and cool flashback story moments. I still have a lot of questions with this one, and it's going to be hard to top because I just really love Jin Sakai's story. But we do have a release date now, October
Oh,
2nd. 2025. So there you have it.
okay.
This is like one of the
Okay.
first big fall game releases officially committing and putting itself on the calendar. When we still don't know where GTA 6 is going to land. All these development studios are still kind of playing it safe with their release dates. Also, something I really didn't expect, or honestly, I totally forgot about, the Division 2 big new update, year 7 Battle for Brooklyn. We got a full breakdown of this, and the Brooklyn environment just looks really cool because it's
Yo, this game looks nice. The Division 2. I think I might have heard about this one. Have any of you ever played the first Division?
essentially the Division kind of going back to what it originally was. I say this because I'm not a live service player.
Oh, this game is nice. Oh, look at the graphics. Look at his backpack. Look at all the gadgets. They got a basketball hoop right there too. Oh yeah, this game looks cool.
Or multiplayer guy or anything, but the Division did really get its hooks in me for a while. So this is going to feature, I believe, Brooklyn Heights and Dumbo, and it looks cool. They know how to build these worlds. So if you're
Yeah,
interested in that, apparently
yeah.
this is releasing May 27th. Hey, now before we keep going, let's talk about the
Oh,
sponsor.
we're gonna skip the sponsor part because we're not getting paid for it. We're not sponsored right now.
Also, I mentioned it at the end of the show last week, but Star Wars Celebration went down over the weekend. Also, side note, 20th anniversary, Revenge of the Sith. I'm really excited. I'm going to the movies this weekend to see it. Excited to see it on the big screen again. Anyway, I'm not allowed to talk about Star Wars on the internet. It's literally illegal. But in terms of games, I can. Star Wars Zero Company has now officially been revealed. So this is a new game from a studio
Another Star Wars game. I've played a few of these. The Jedi Returns. I can't remember the names, but Star Wars games are usually fun and filled with all types of action. So if you're into that thing, you guys might want to check this one out for sure. This looks like more of a Fortnite looking formula.
kind of built up with a lot of XCOM people on it. So a lot of XCOM people are helming at this.
No, it's not Fortnite. It's more like a RPG type of thing, maybe like a one, like you get to move once or do one action and then someone else does an action. I forgot what those games are called.
Respawn is helping publish it and work on it, and it is very much Star Wars, Clone Wars era XCOM. You're going to be able to like customize and create one of the characters and lead a team of like a clone trooper, a Jedi, an Umbaran, like a lot of cool Star Wars stuff here potentially. And there's always room for more XCOM style games. So we'll just wait to see how it goes. And when we hear more, we'll let you know. Next up, it's been a busy week in terms of game releases and stuff. There was a lot. So thank you if you've watched our before you buy videos on a lot of these. We've been working quite a bit. The first game release this week, the shadow drop, the surprise drop, the worst kept secret. We've talked about the leaks forever. Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered is now officially a thing on all the platforms. We've been playing it, and the verdict is that it's a pretty damn good remaster.
Elden or Oblivion remastered. Oblivion, Elder Scrolls. I'm trying to think of there was one time I forgot was it Elder Scrolls or Oblivion, but I remember playing it and then having to actually go to sleep. And then like 8 hours goes by, 4 hours go by, and you have to actually eat. You have to actually take care of your hygiene. Like all those things go into it. And that game was really cool. I like that game.
I have a couple of little complaints with the visuals here and there, but some mods are fixing that. Really, there's little improvements here and there, tiny tweaks to the combat, tiny tweaks to the leveling, but ultimately it is still very much Oblivion. And I'm
How many of you do not like it when a game comes out and it's supposed to be remastered, but it's basically just updated just a little bit on the graphics, but everything else is kind of the same? If you're going to remaster the game, like Tomb Raider Remastered, which we're currently playing, Tomb Raider Remastered, when you click a certain button, you can see the graphics, and then click it back, and you can see the graphics on the PS5. Now, the game mechanics, how it moves, how it feels more fluid, it feels more clean. But they're not trying to. You could tell that they weren't trying to up the ante too far on some of the older Tomb Raiders. But as I get into Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6, I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think there's 6. Tomb Raider 6. But once I started getting into the 4, 5, and 6, I believe the latter end ones, that's when the graphics were better anyway on the PS4 and PS5, of course. But having Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 remastered and playing it on the PS5, they did a good job of making it clean and keeping it true to Tomb Raider, you know?
Excited for a lot of people to experience it for the first time. It's kind of like a mini new Elder Scrolls release for people who never played it. There's a lot of game here, all the DLC and stuff. We've been having a lot of fun playing through it. I'm a little disappointed with the performance, some PC issues, but also me playing on
Oh,
PS5
PC.
Pro. Frame rate out in the open world does drop a little bit here and there. Nothing devastating, but
Ah,
still, I was expecting a little more because they are charging money for this. But otherwise, I say all this like long story short because like I am a lover of Oblivion. I started with Morrowind, but Oblivion was when I like truly became really
Morrowind. Morrowind and Fable. Fable on the Xbox. I remember playing those games. But yeah, Oblivion, Elder Scrolls, good fun games, kind of like the one of the game more some of the games that took us into more of this realism type of living in the game. Good games though. Good games.
obsessed. There was a lot of hype around that game. So to have it out in the world again is good, but I'm still keeping my eye on the Skyblivion project. I've talked about this one quite a bit. This is the fan project to rebuild Oblivion in Skyrim's engine. That's still going strong. So yeah, don't forget about that. But if you want to see our before you buy for Oblivion, all that stuff, everything I talk about, like I said, linked down there. The other thing I've been playing that I absolutely love is Expedition 33. It is definitely going to be
Oh, I've been seeing this. Expedition 33 looks nice. Or it is nice. I saw some gameplay on this. Pretty sure this is a PC only game. I haven't seen nothing on the PS5 for this. I might be wrong, but I'm watching with you guys. You know, I'm learning about new games and everything with you guys. So, Expedition 33 looks good.
in game of the year conversations, myself specifically. Maybe not number one, but definitely in my top five, at least so far. It's early in the year, but this is a really, really awesome game. It's from a new studio, a small studio. It's a single player adventure. It's a new game. It's not a sequel to anything, it's not a remake, it's just its own cool thing. It has no microtransactions and it's 50 US dollars. I think this is like the type of game, the poster child of games that some players are really asking for. It is turn-based combat, which isn't
That's what it's called. Turn-based combat. So that last Star Wars game that we're looking at, it looked like a turn-based combat. See, we're learning stuff together, y'all. We're watching, we reacting, we commentating, and we learning together. All right, this is cool. Meet the Gamer series. Let's get it. As my internet loads. Nah, for real though, what's going on with my internet? Meet the Gamer that ain't got no internet.
everybody, but it's very active turn-based combat. It also requires parrying and dodging within those turns. But that's all great. It's a really good RPG, but at the end of the day, I just love the characters and the world. Absolutely incredible. I'm kind of paraphrasing my before you buy. So again, if you want to check it out, linked in the description down below. But they just announced that the game is doing pretty well. Apparently, it already sold 500,000 units since like launch yesterday. So,
Whoa.
Sandfall Interactive, just a studio to keep your eye on in the future. Also
Yeah.
dropping today on Friday. Happy Friday! Days Gone remastered. I'm hoping a lot of people will take the like another look at this game because it has a lot of really really cool elements. So if you
I've been hearing, I haven't played it. I've been hearing that it's basically just the same thing. Graphics touched up a little bit. And that's what I was talking about games that are remastered, but that are the same. Like you have to add at least one or two new mechanics, add one or two more side stories. And it doesn't have to change too much. Just a decision or a visual or a moment or something like that. But yeah, Days Gone, I heard was basically Days Gone.
never checked it out, now is probably a good time. Also, a fighting game classic returns. SNK Corporation has just put out yesterday Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. And so far, on Steam at
Oh,
least, it seems very positive. The reception is pretty good. So, yeah, there you go if you're looking for something like that. And some other news, some bummer news. Insider Gaming is reporting that a Blade Runner game was in the works, but it was canceled. Yeah, apparently Supermassive Game was working on a Blade Runner game set in 2065 where you play as a Blade Runner, and it was going to be very much like one of their types of games, like one of those cinematic style games, like, you know, an Until Dawn or Dark Pictures anthology. And I don't think Supermassive Games would have been my first choice to make a Blade Runner game, but still, I think this could have been really cool. And if this was really a thing, like the rumors suggest, it sucks that it was canceled. I think Blade Runner could use something. Blade Runner had a legendary game back in the day, and there's just so much opportunity.
Blade Runner and Shadow Shadow Gun. I think it was called Blade Runner and Shadow Gun. Like you were in a city, like it was like GTA before GTA, and you were in like a city and you had to do different missions and you had different tasks and whatnot. But the game itself was just like GTA. It had like a bird's eye view. Shadowrunner. I think it was called Shadowrunner. And then the one after that is this Blade Runner, but it didn't get made.
For creating cool stuff within that world. So at the very least, if this was canceled, I hope it still means that like the movie studio and whoever owns Blade Runner is still interested in pursuing Blade Runner video game adventures in the future. Fingers crossed. All right, enough bummer news. Another interesting announcement I didn't expect is Frostpunk is back. Frostpunk 1886. This is something I didn't see coming, but essentially it's a rebuilding, a re-release of the
What is
first
that?
game in
A
Unreal
missile?
Engine 5. A bunch of new bells and whistles, a bunch of new features,
Looks like a
a whole
missile.
new purpose path, official mod support, and I think this is good. I liked
Oh,
Frostpunk 2, but it was different. It tried different things. I still like the first game more, so I'm glad that they're kind of like giving some new life, breathing some new life into the first game, even though I didn't expect it. Kind of a weird choice. I still think it's good on its own, but yeah, it seems like it might be a big undertaking for them. Like they're putting a lot into it because it's apparently coming 2027. That's at
oh
least what the
yeah.
YouTube trailer description says. It's a while from now, man. Also, the release of this game is like just around the
Yeah.
corner. It is a May game, but Doom: The Dark Ages did get a new gameplay trailer, just detailing a lot of stuff, some more information.
All the Doom games. Doom was on PC, of course. You got Duke Nukem and all that, but all the Doom games have always been crazy. It kind of reminds me of Gears of War as well.
About the game if you're curious. I like kind of going in blind, so I didn't watch this whole thing. At this point, I'm sold. I really like Doom. So, yeah. But last up in entertainment news, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, the Until Dawn movie is in theaters.
How many of you seen Until Dawn, the movie?
It seems like it's getting some middling reviews. The idea behind it is kind of weird, but yeah. Anyway, an Until Dawn movie exists. But what also seems like it's going to exist soon is a split fiction movie. Yes, we've talked in the past about how the rights got picked up for that pretty quickly, as well as for it.
A split fiction movie? I'm literally just now hearing about this. Wait. I play split fiction off camera. The game is excellent. The game is excellent. If you haven't played split fiction, I played it on the PS5. If you haven't played it, please play this game. Please. It Takes Two, A Way Out, Split Fiction, all the same developers, game developers and stuff like that. So you're in for a ride with Split Fiction, y'all. I haven't beat it yet, so I hope this doesn't spoil nothing, but I have not beat it. I might just have to close my eyes for this one because I am actively playing this game. Okay. Great game. And they're talking about a movie. Oh, because it felt like a movie. When you play the game, it feels like a movie. So for them to make a movie, oh, they got to get the right actors.
The thing is that I think Split Fiction is just really good as a video game. I think part of the charm and what makes it so interesting is that it is a video game. I feel like if they make a movie, it could very much just end up kind of
I don't
feeling
want to be
like Spy
spoiled. I don't want to be spoiled.
Kids 3D. But all that aside, I am willing to give this movie a shot because they announced that Sydney Sweeney is in the movie.
All right, there you have it, guys. We cut it short, cut the video short, but you saw what he was saying. The games you're playing and the games you want to play, leave those things in the comments, all right? We have a lot of games coming out that we're going to get to. Maybe your game that you're playing or game that you want to play, they'll be in our shuffleboard and then we'll get on it. Watch our gameplays, immerse with us. Like, comment, subscribe, comment down below in this video. Let's talk about some games. Stay tuned, check out our other videos, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Maybe I gotta